Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be showing you how to sight in your bow. Just got a new sight. It's the Hogg Fast Eddy XL. Just threw it on my riser, and now it's time to just sight it in. Alright guys, I want to show you my setup here. The bow that I have right now is the Mathews 2019 Tactic. The modules I have on there are the 70-pound modules, 29.5-inch draw. The release that I'm shooting with right now is the Carter's Chocolate Thumb Release. The old sight that I used to have on my bow is this Apex single pin, and it honestly has been a really nice single pin, especially for the price. And that was the main reason why I got this sight originally. This year I decided to upgrade to the Hogg Fast Eddy XL. So here's the Hogg Fast Eddy XL. There's obviously a lot of features that I'm gonna screw up here and miss, but I'll tell you the reasons why I went with the Hogg. If you look here in the sight picture, you can just see how easy that pin illuminates versus my other pin. That was one of the difficulties or frustrations that I ran into last year. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna sight in the Fast Eddy XL. Like you can see here behind me, I have a target set up at 20 yards. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna try and get dialed in at 20, and then we're gonna slowly move the target all the way out to 60 yards. And as we do that, we'll adjust the sight and take note where the pin needs to be set. And then after we've dialed in 20 yards and 60 yards, then we're able to put on some sight tapes, and I'll show you how that works. So what I'm gonna try and do as I'm sighting in the bow is I put a X on my target. Once I have this X-axis dialed in and I'm confident and continually hitting along the black, then I'm gonna switch and I'm gonna line up the Y-axis and shoot down and just make sure my windage left to right is on. As soon as I have that dialed in, then I'm gonna start moving the target further out. Again, right now we're just going for 20 yards. To get this sight sighted in completely, we need to get it all the way out to 60 yards. So I'll show you how that looks. Alright guys, so I just pulled some of my arrows. I'm gonna go back, change the housing on my sight. I'm gonna move it up just a little bit. Again, when you're sighting in your bow, you want to chase the arrows. So I feel like I'm hitting a couple inches high, so I'll change the sight picture up just a couple of inches, and we'll see how that helps. All right guys, let's go check out and see how we did. I'm thinking when I was trying to change the sight picture, I moved it a little bit too much. My last arrow definitely was a flyer. So yeah, so it does look like we're a little bit better than what we were before. Now I'm a little bit low. Yeah, this last one definitely was like my flyer, but I'm gonna adjust the sight one little bit up and see if that doesn't help us a little bit. So more to come. Okay, so my first shot definitely was on. 2 of these were on. This one's close enough, I think. So I'm comfortable enough to say I think we are good with the x-axis now. We're gonna do our windage, so left to right. And hopefully it doesn't take us too long to get on there. Alright guys, so shooting into the wind, feel pretty confident that we're on with our windage left to right. So now what we're going to start doing is just moving the target back. So right now we're at 20 yards, we're going to move it up to 30, 40, 50, and all the way out to 60. Okay, so we got the temporary sight tape on. So we lined up the purple pin pointing at the 20-yard line. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk out the target and slowly we're gonna turn this dial. And then once we get out to 60 yards, we'll know exactly what yardage tape we need to actually add on top of the calibration tape. So let's see how fast that takes us. I'm at 50 yards. Looks like I'm hitting high. So I'm gonna back out now to 60. So overall, that's not a bad, I'm not really worried too much about like the left to right now because we already did that at 20 yards. I know that the pin is on left to right. Obviously there's wind, so there's a lot of factors going into it right now. What I'm really worried about though is just like the altitude, right? So am I hitting high or am I hitting low? And honestly at 60 yards, like an inch to 2 inches difference in altitude, I'll take it. Right now I'll say that we are sighted in. I'm gonna take 5 more shots just to make sure I feel comfortable with it, and then if I still feel comfortable that we are on, then I will go ahead and throw on the correct sight tape. All right guys, so we were able to dial in the Fast Eddy XL. Finally got our new sight tapes on there. Now we can go all the way out to 110 yards. So that did take a little while. Again, with archery, it's not easy, and honestly too, I'm not the best archer. So you mix those two things in and it's gonna take a while. But anyway, love the sight already. The sight picture is so easy to manipulate. It's really easy to take on and off, and that's exactly what I wanted it for. Anyway, it took a couple hours to get that sighted in, but now we're sighted in. We're good for the season. Now it's just time to get out there and practice. Appreciate you guys watching this channel. Hopefully this was insightful. Hopefully you learned something new. And I challenge you and I invite you to get out there and enjoy the sport of archery. So anyway, appreciate it. Take care, guys.